Okay, so there's a lot of, we're talking about some of these Padre players that could be moving, but the big question a lot of fans are asking is who's in charge now?
Well, nothing changes. They today appointed the CEO of Seidler Equity, who will be the point man, the contact man with MLB. He's already Eric Kusnida. He's already been running the franchise since mid-July when Peter took ill. So there'll be no change there. Now, there will be change, obviously, in budgets. The payroll is going to come down from 253, maybe down to 200. But Preller will call all the shots, and Preller will walk into Kusnida and Eric Grupner with whatever the proposal is on a contract for this guy or this trade they're going to make, this contract they're bringing on, what they're going to get rid of. So I think the operation will continue as is at this point in time. So we go towards what's happening on the player front. How about Blake Snell? Second Cy Young Award of his career. Could you have ever imagined a year ago today doing this podcast, we'd be talking in those terms about Blake Snell?
Yeah, no way. We never would have thought it.
He ran away with, got 27 of the 30 first place votes. Team didn't make the playoffs. He did what he could. 14-9 record. That doesn't sound impressive. But then when you realize his ERA was 1.25 from May 9th to the end of the season. 1.25 ERA. That's Bob Gibson type numbers from way back in the day. Now, I was a little bit stunned as he accepted the award. And on the Zoom call, he said, I've waited a long time for free agency. I am ready. And he made a really offbeat comment, but he's kind of offbeat. Blake Snell said, when asked a question about going into the free agent market this week, this month, he said, well, I'm looking for a team that will make me the best of me. I'm looking for a team that has the ability to win for a chunk of years. And I thought to myself, well, you're in San Diego. They helped you fix what was wrong with you, be it early run in San Diego or the tail end of his Tampa Bay era. What he didn't say was it's all about the money.
Well, of course.
So hey, congrats to him. He reinvented himself. Ruben Niebla, I think, helped him a great deal. The catcher Gary Sanchez, I think, helped him a great deal with stability on the mound. He did salute Peter Seidler at the end of the Zoom call where he said, I've never been around an owner that would stand in the outfield and talk to you for an hour about life as I met with this guy. So Blake Snell, you got the whole Juan Soto situation. Rumors are everywhere that the Yankees are going to make a package offer. Now we hear the Cubs are intrigued by Juan Soto. You add into the equation, there's people like the Red Sox. If I'm the Padres, I just don't think I can trade this guy right now because I think it'd take way too much out of your roster if you dealt him for a bunch of prospects and one or two major leaguers, and the fact you're obviously not going to have Snell and not going to have Hader. John, your turn.
My turn. So a couple of things. First of all, big kudos to Blake Snell. I mean, what a great run he had. Well deserved. He's got an AL and an NL Cy Young, and he did it as a Padre. And to your point, the team he wants to go for, it sounds like San Diego. But the big question, of course, is if without Peter Seidler, what's the payroll, and are they going to be able to afford Blake Snell and Juan Soto, one or the other, or both, or none? So we're going to have to find out here. The rumors, keep swirling, but I'm still not sure what the payroll level is going to be now. I mean,
well, they say 200. That's what's being intimated by insiders. So 200 places them inside the top 10. That's pretty decent. Now, I tend to think they got 200, but a lot of that's already committed. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can go out and you can rent a pitcher. You can rent Corbin Burns. You can rent Shane Bieber. There are other pitchers that you can trade for in the final years of their contract that would buy you space and time to the degree that they got from Waka and Lugo, and to a degree, Nick Martinez.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of those rentals are going to cost you 16 to 20 million, which is what those guys who opted out are seeking. Now, you're only getting them for 1 year, but Corbin Burns 1 year with this batting order, which I think bounces back, he'd be pretty good. Bieber's a warrior. He had some physical woes. He's got 1 year left, but 10 to 12 million, I'd take him on a 1 year rental. What you have to give up is the big issue. They're going to probably have to trade one of their lower prospects to try to get these guys, because it looks to me as if Milwaukee is in selling mode.
Oh, big time.
It looks as if they're dumping everybody. And Cleveland's just got an overload of pitchers, so they're going to move the most expensive older veteran because they got more young pups right there knocking at the door. So we'll trust
How
AJ.
about Cal Quantrill?
Well, there's a health issue there. He had a chronic shoulder. Now, of course, he pitched pretty well up till last year, but his ERA was just under 6.
Oh.
Just wasn't the same guy. But he's on the street.
Mm-hmm.
He's a free agent. Maybe you get him for $6 million, whatever the last year of the contract is, or maybe nobody touches him, although I think somebody would take a run at him, maybe get him for a lower price. But yeah, there will be rentals, and I think that's where the Padres probably have to go, based on payroll coming down, based on what they're going to have to pay Soto if they keep Soto, and then obviously they've got creative ways. They're going to find creative ways to get some pitchers here to keep the bats here. At least that's my spin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got a bunch of guys that are making around 30 million, and that adds up quick, 30, 60, 90, 120. And so there's not going to be a lot of wiggle room. So it's going to end up being maybe the cupboard bare, maybe the bottom half of the order may not be very powerful.
Okay. Here's a question, Fans Forum. We're getting to this point now that somebody's got to make a decision. You're a Padre fan on our live stream. What do you do with the Soto situation? Jump on board now. Okay,